G'day guys, Rarevid's back again to fill your head with more nonsense. This time covering films that weren't released in Australia on VHS or DVD. There's quite a few. I mean, I've just got a select few here at the moment. You know, this will have to be done in installments, sorry, because there's just so many. This is the Greek VHS of Black Alley Cats. It's an insanely rare tape to get hold of. It's a rape revenger, like you know, Naked Vengeance, I Spit on Your Grave, all that sort of thing. It's not fantastic, but it's definitely worth a look. From memory, it's like a late 70s film. But yeah, I don't know why. This is actually banned here. I mean, there's a few sort of rapes and whatnot, but it's not really overly graphic in its content, you know what I mean? I'm still a bit baffled as to that one's why it's banned here, you know. Bruno Mattei's Robo War. Unfortunately, we never got a release of this. You know, it's fucking magnificent. I've sent out numerous DVD-Rs of this. People love it, as I do as well. Which rips off Predator and Robocop all in one film. This is the Greek release. It's quite a nice, clean picture. It's full screen. The Japan one is widescreen, but it's extremely dark. Highly recommended. One of my favourite films, Deadbeat at Dawn. This was banned here, supposedly because of its excessive violence. This is the way to go. The Visions of Hell box set, if you can find it. Van Beber himself has said that there's a Blu-ray coming out of Deadbeat at Dawn this year. No date is set as such. That's the Dutch colour box tape, and I like the film so much that I'm wearing the shirt that it seems to be holding up pretty well, even though I wear it quite a bit. Cannibal Mercenary, favourite of mine, pretty much king of the jungle actioners, the most gory that I've seen anyway. Insanely rare. It took me forever to find this thing. Good luck to you trying to find the original tape. There's knockoffs of that floating around and whatnot. You can download it on YouTube, but I'm fussy. I just like to have the original tape. Sergio Martino's Blazing Magnum, the Japan tape, as usual, features superior artwork. I mean, it's one of my favourites, that design. Look at it, it's just fantastic. Again, we never got a release of this, obviously not because of the violence, it was just not submitted. The UK Medusa tape, turns out I've got the cut one, unfortunately, and the only way to tell is by watching the tape itself, like our situation with Combat Shock, sorry, on Delta, same sort of deal. So yeah, we never got that. Sitting of a Ghost, another Hong Kong gross out. Yeah, this is great. The effects work and whatever in it was handled really well for a film from the 80s. Magnificent story, magnificent effects. Sorry, there was a DVD, but I never got my hands on it. It's probably hard to get hold of now. But yeah, Sitting of a Ghost, massively recommended. As is Phantom Soldiers, another Filipino actioner. Fantastic. A lot of people are disappointed by it. They all sort of say the opening massacre is the only part they like, but I love it. I think it's a great film. There was a South African DVD release, but released in very limited numbers and impossible to find. Another Bruno Mattei film, Alienators, also known as Shocking Dark. This is fantastic. Again, with his usual rip-off scenario, he rips off Aliens and Terminator all in one film. Great artwork again, being a Japan tape. Very good film. Black Magic Terror, Indonesian horror, pretty much in the same vein as Mystics and Bali. The other one, I can't even remember the name of it. There's a few films like this with the the floating head and the guts hanging down from it, whatever, the lungs. Yeah, this was quite good, really wacky. This is the US Twilight videotape. Took me a long time to get this. There's I think there's the Mondo Macabro DVD, but unfortunately I don't have that or any specs on whether it's uncut or not. Rolf, this is quite hard to get. Another jungle actioner, Greek tape. It's sort of, it doesn't live up to the hype. You know, I love this sort of film, my favourite genre, but you know, pretty much the trailers you see online are the only good parts of the film. You know, the obvious favourite being the baby skeet shooting. Yes, that's correct. They throw African children into the sky and shoot them out the sky like clay pigeons. The scene sort of plays hilarious. It's obviously meant to be serious, but it doesn't sort of come across that way. It's like, Rolf's still worth a look, you know what I mean? Umberto Lenzi's Nightmare City. Again, we never got a release of that. Do not know why. I mean, I like it. A lot of people don't. The poo-face zombies running around and whatnot, it's just adds to the hilarity. The makeup is pretty dire, most of it, you know. But yeah, this is a Japan tape. Hard to find in this sort of condition. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like Nightmare City. Arisal, the guy who did what do you call it? Stabilizer and Lethal Hunter. Sorry. This is fantastic. We never got a release of this. His films aren't really widespread, sort of thing, but they're just fucking insane. I don't know if you've seen this or Stabilizer or whatever, but yeah, I mean, some of the stunt work and whatever, I'm surprised people actually walk away from it. It's almost like they've got fuck all safety put in place, you know. If you've seen some of the stunts and whatnot in Arisal's films, you know what I'm talking about. They are fucking off the wall, man. They're bonkers. Final Score, massively, massively recommended. It is fucking out there. Claudio Fragasso's Zombie 4, another big, big favourite of mine. Right from the start, you get the Rocky type rip-off music, you know. After Death, sorry, is the song. That is the Region 1 DVD, sorry. This is the German hardbox. I haven't even checked out the print quality of that. And the Dutch tape, interestingly, called Return of the Living Dead Part 3. No one knows why, but it's definitely Zombie 4. You know, a lot of people don't like Fragasso's work. I do. You know, he has done some clunkers, but that's Zombie 4 is definitely one to get hold of. Anthrophagus, as I call it, Anthrophagus. We never had this. I don't know if it was because of the violence in it or whether it just was never submitted. I really don't know. It doesn't live up to the hype, as many as you know. I mean, it's still good. Like, it's good to watch. It's good to have. But all the reviews and whatever, they just hype it to hell. I mean, the best scene is when Eastman eats his intestines as he's pictured there. But there's a lot of people just walking around aimlessly through the mangroves and whatever the fuck in the bush, doing fuck all and talking, you know. Pretty much a D'Amato film, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, look, it's still worth a look. I prefer Beyond the Darkness to this, but you know, it's still worth a look. His sequel, or part 2 I should say, God knows how, because he obviously died from eating his guts in the first one, is absurd. This is far superior. This is a bootleg of the UK Medusa tape from Fantastic Video. It was a bootleg outfit here, but it's quite a nice print. Yeah, I mean, I like Absurd. I much prefer it to the original Anthrophagus. Savages, I can't recommend this enough. It took me a long time to find this. It's the UK tape on Guild in the original box and everything, as you can see. Andy Griffith, Sam Bottoms is out of Hunter's Blood. A few other things, you know the guy when you see him. This is fucking magnificent. It's another variation on Most Dangerous Game, where Andy Griffith basically is hunting Sam Bottoms through the desert. A bit of a cat and mouse goes on through the whole duration, but to me, it was edge of the seat type viewing. You know, I love this thing. Everyone that I've sent a copy of it to on DVD-R, they loved it too. Yes, it's only PG, but it's not that sort of film. I mean, it was actually a made-for-TV film, but it is fucking fantastic. I can't recommend Savages enough. Blood and Lace. Unfortunately, this is cut as the Dutch tape, but yeah, I mean, the violence content in this, even in the cut version, is really quite good. The hammer blows and whatnot were cut. I do have a DVD-R of the uncut one, but man, I haven't even checked it out, to be honest. But, you know, great design on that. It was quite a good film. I mean, it's yeah, definitely recommended. SS Camp 5, fantastic design of some beautiful lady with fuck me boots on, as I love, as you all know, chained up. Yeah, SSS Camp 5, it's the Greek one. It's actually quite hard to find. I got this from Kurt, I think it was, a long time ago. I still haven't fucking watched this thing. I don't know why. I mean, I just get a bombardment of stuff in all the time. And I'm not a huge fan of women in prison camp films, but I just love the design on that, and I had to have it. Fulci Zombie 3. Yes, I keep going on about this, but we never got a release of this. The reason I'm bringing it up again is in the reference books and everything here for VHS releases, they said that Macro had put this out, but it didn't actually eventuate. Macro did not put it out. I think I did see like a dummy sample sleeve or something made up, but they never went ahead with production of the tape, which sucks. That's the Japan tape. Great print on that. The 88 films, Blu-ray, fucking magnificent. This is the way to go. Japan DVD was dreadful quality. I don't know why, but it is. Region 1 DVD, and I've got quite a few releases, as you can see. The Bahrain bootleg, but it plays nice. And the Greek VHS there. Weapons of Death, Mario Ciano's Polizia, very, very violent. Henry Silva, again, as a villain. He's always the fucking villain, isn't he? He's in just about every fucking film. Yeah, very violent. The first scene, you know, pretty much, that pops on the screen, a pregnant woman gets booted in the guts and thrown through the air. It's one of those films. A lot of these Polizias are quite boring, but this is not. It is fucking great. Dangerous Seductress, another Indonesian film. Fucking fantastic. This is uncut. The Mondo Macabro DVD apparently is missing nudity or something. Massively recommended. Dangerous Seductress. It is great. Mad Foxes, we never got this released. Some people say it was released here, but I'm yet to see evidence of it. I could be well wrong, honestly. This is the Dutch tape, very rare, but sadly cut. I've only ever seen this cut version. And even at that, I did like it. I really need to get that fucking German DVD, but it's very pricey. The Devil, Japan tape. This is very, very hard to get. It's one of those fucking... I think it's a Taiwan film. It's one of those worm puke fests where people get, you know, curses put on them or whatever. And they actually, in real life, do spew up, like, fucking lizards and worms and centipedes and shit like that. I swear to God, some of these things... some of the scenes in this made me feel physically ill. Like, I swear I was going to chuck up. When there's people sort of dry reaching and then fucking, like, wiggling worms and whatever come out of their throats. And it is fucking real. It's not bullshit. It made me gag. It really did. Gator Bait 2. I don't know why, but this is banned here. We got part 1 with Claudia Jennings. It's a good film. I like it. Another rape revenger type thing. We never got Gator Bait 2. I don't know why. I honestly don't. It's nothing more violent than what was in that. In fact, it's quite crap. Some people like Gator Bait 2. I didn't like it at all. The Hard Way. Henry Silva is a villain again in this. Miles O'Keefe is the hero. Massive high body count for action fans and jungle action fans. This is magnificent. Great fucking print on this. I don't think it was widescreen. I honestly can't remember. But the print quality was great. The last but not least, another Filipino actioner, W is War. We never got this either. There's a US tape, which from memory is quite hard to find as well. It's one of those post-apocalyptic type films. It wasn't magnificent, but it's definitely worth a look. Alfredo Alonso is in it. Many of you guys will know him. Filipino fans will anyway. Yeah, it's quite a nice print as well on that one. It's definitely worth a look. So, unfortunately, I'm going to wrap it up at that, you know. There's more unreleased films. Obviously, there's fucking literally fucking hundreds of them that, you know, I could talk and talk and talk. So I'll have to do this in installments. So I do have more unreleased ones here, but mainly on DVD. I sort of covered a lot of the VHS in this one through, you know, various genres, sorry, to make it a bit more interesting. Laserdisc and whatnot in the background, just for eye candy. That's the cunt there that I got in trouble with for trying to import. You'll know that fucking scenario. So, yeah, look, I'll probably leave it at that for this one. And I'll try and dig out more on the next one to cover more unreleased films here, because I do have more in the collection. Right, I'll see you next time.